Now is it okay? I am visible and audible.
Yeah, I can see you and I can hear you too.
Okay. Okay, so how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. And how about you?
I'm also Helen Adi. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, so we are meeting very first time, so I think we should introduce ourselves. Can you please
Yeah,
elaborate
definitely.
yourselves?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. So, as you know, my name is Arvind Thakur and I'm from Chhatarpur district, Madhya Pradesh. I'm working person. I'm working in corporate sector as a and my office is the Bangalore, located in Bangalore. And recently, I'm in my hometown. I took work from home for the last 3 months. So right now, I'm in my home. Yeah, that's about me.
It's very nice to hear all our things about you. Okay, now it's my turn. Thank you so much for giving this wonderful opportunity. Well, my name is Mansi Bajpayee. As you know that, I basically belong to Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur. If I talk about my qualification, I have done my master's subject of English literature from Dayanand Inglo Mahavidyalaya, Kanpur University. Yeah. Apart from this, I'm also running my YouTube channel, name of English Rose 27, and I'm also part-time English trainer. I am teaching since 2022. That's all about me.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad to hear you. So you are the trainer, right?
Yeah,
Last since you started in
2022.
2022. Oh, nice. So I would like to know the which part is important for the learning English, like a reading, writing, listening, or speaking. Which part is most play the role to learn this language for the beginner?
Actually, if I talk about my personal opinion about that, which part is
Mhm,
basically important, so we cannot forget, we cannot escape any single part because all part is important to the learn this language. If we really want to confidence, if we really want to the speak how to speak, so every each and every part is important, and that's totally up to the person. Whose person want to which things as like I am a auditory person. I really want to just listen anything and I capture very soon things. So we can say that it's totally up to the person. If you are a visualizations person, you can read and then you can catch. So of course you can just start for the reading. If I am auditory, so I just start a to person. First you just find out your hello.
yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Something issue?
Yeah, yeah. I am asking, what is the need to reading?
Mm-hmm. Okay, because I'm a very poor with vocabulary because my vocabulary is not good. Sometimes I fumble, sometimes I forget vocabulary during to talking with someone while speaking with someone. So sometimes I think, okay, I should read more and more so that I can see the vocabulary. I can observe those vocab which I fumble or where I lack. And there's lots of people, suggest to reading first of all. And yeah, sometimes I also think the same. He's
I think it's
correct.
my personal opinion about that. You should just select the topic. Okay, which topic do you want to read it? Why? Because I am also not good at reading. So I just start to my interested part. So I just like a movie you can watch if you are fond of to watching a movie. So of course you can just search on the Google the English subtitle with that movie, just start the reading from there, and they are using the different vocabulary, different dialogue. On that time you can just underline, you can just write down that all are words, and the same things you have to apply on your speaking terms. While speaking you just use that vocabulary, you just pick out, you just notice out. So maybe on that time you can just improve yourself day by day. So that is a
Absolutely.
which is I basically which I also use in myself, because literally to be honest here I am not good at writing. If anybody just give me a book, just read it, so I cannot, because I just feel bored. So I just took the part which is interested of my. So if I like a comedy drama, so I just search on that story on the Google. I also take the chat GPT to help and then start to reading. Then I create an interest, and while creating an interest I just take it a word and dialogues and idioms also. In this time we are using a different types of idioms in our conversation that's give the best impact in our conversation skills. So that the type things you can apply in your segment.
So, as per your understanding, is reading is the must or not? Because as per my
No, no, no,
understanding,
I
listening,
Mhm.
yeah, As per my
I
understanding,
hmm,
actually, I would like to focus only listening part. Sometime I just use the headphone and start to listening, and I used to listen more and more, like continue 4 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, like that. Just
mhm,
use the headphone and start to listening. When I was in Bangalore, that time I just keep the headphone and start to listening during to making the food or doing while doing some home chores, house chores, like that.
mhm.
So that time also I focus only the listening, but sometime only I felt I should focus on reading also. So that's why I was
Yeah.
asking that question.
No, if you are saying this is a mandatory, so of course this is a not mandatory. The purpose is that I have to learn vocabulary. The purpose is that I have to speak a better way. So what is the need of reading? Yeah, everybody's saying the reading, listening, and speaking. These are three terms we have to apply while learning this language. So this is not
Writing
a
also.
function of that. Yeah, writing also. But this is not a particular way to learn because the different person has a different mind, different time durations. If you have a time, so of course you can give the 30 minutes for the reading, 30 minutes for the writing, 30 minutes for the that, but we are a working place, so that is not possible to us. So the focus is that we have to learn it, we have to cover it, we have to speak it. Anyhow, it's totally up to us. So first, which language, which segment you have a command, then start from there. It's not a necessary, no, you have to read must, no, this is not.
Actually, I'm very fond of the reading part, listening part actually, because I would like to
I too.
listen music and watching movies and
Mhm.
traveling also. So I'm very fond of person to listening. So that's what I was asking the question because I heard from so many people, right? They they suggested to reading, and someone also add their introduction or hobby as a reader, right? So
Mhm.
I thought, okay, I should discuss this point.
Yeah, everybody has a different perceptions, so they should start work from there. As like if I am as a teacher, I always suggest to my student, I just always find out the level which area you are strong in, that area just start from work there. Because if we are listening, if we are listen, no, this thing you have to do it and we are going to apply, so maybe it's not effect to us because
Mhm.
our mind is different. We want another thing, then how can we apply? Because there's a lot of things, and there's a lot of person are going to be just doing a government job, lot of person just doing to a private job. So we just on their time, if person are saying the government job is very important, so what about the private job, they have to left it? No, they also doing, and they
No,
are doing a more, they are earning a lot in the comparison of the government. So we
absolutely.
just find out our interest. If we are interested at the reading part, so of course we have to do read. But if we are not, so which segment is good, we have to start from work there. But I think we cannot listen more and more. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
have to just use this conversation. We have to just use this conversation. If we are listening a lot, so first thing we have to just use it. Okay, if you are covered the
Yes,
vocab,
yes,
so
yes.
first you have to use these
Mm-hmm.
all our words in your segment, in your sentences. So that is the best part to just improve ourselves. If you are listening, just catch the words and just start speaking. Just use that because you are also doing a conversation person to person. As I'm just asking to you, how are you? So you cannot say I'm fine. You can just use a different words, a different day.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so then you can improve yourself. If today I'm just using, that is my habit, today I'm hale and hearty. When you ask me how are you, I'm just saying I'm hale and hearty.
Mhm.
Just catch this word, and next time you have to use this word. So when you
Yeah,
use
this is the right
this
way.
word going to be a familiar, and when you are familiar with
Mm-hmm.
the word, so of course you can elaborate yourself. So just catch it, just steal it and just paste it. That is of my rules. Yeah, there's a lot of people are saying this is
As
important,
yeah,
you have to do.
same. As per my understanding, also the same. Like I would like to listen and just apply those words and those
Hmm.
sentence which I listen and which I hear and understand and learn. And as per my understanding, because lots of people say the same thing, reading. So I thought you are the teacher, so you have the good experience about the training and all things, right, in this language. That's what. Otherwise, I mostly consider only the listening part because if we can understand, if we can listen someone, and if we can understand them, that's after. we can reply the answer. Otherwise, how it can possible to reply their
Yeah.
answer, right? Because if we can't understand their point, and how it can possible to convey with them. So that's what I was asking.
Okay, no issue is there. Actually, I'm also not good at. Yeah, if you as I am, I really want to crack the government exam. So on that point of view, the reading is a very important for me because I have to solve the close test. I have to solve the passage. So just main command, I
Mm-hmm.
have to focus on my eyes. No, you have to read particular way, particular line. So we can say that I am going to crack the exam. So first I have to, reading is, and I am also inculcate in this habit of that. But just because of my bad habit, I'm not good at reading. So I'm just like off in that situations. So I listen a more,
Mm-hmm.
I to do. But if you have a segment only, I have to speak only. I don't want to go to crack the any government exam. So on that time, you can avoid a reading. You can listen a more. And there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people who just learn this language by the help of practical. They just write a more and they cover the lot. They just took because recently I just make a conversation with one person. He is using a very different vocabulary, very different idiom. So I just asked what is your tendency to learn these idioms. So he's saying I'm just pick out the words, I'm just pick out the stories and just write create the stories for my own self. And I use the
Mm-hmm.
particular words that my story. So I thought, okay, that is also good. So there's a different types of person. They are using a different types of method learning English. But the reason is that to learn English, to speak English. Anyhow, what are you doing?
Yes.
Nobody asks you. Just
No one
anybody. If you are
asking, right?
speaking English, so everybody say, yeah, you are good speaker. You are fluent a speaker. Nobody say what is the reason behind. So what I have to do, just do ourselves. So I think this is a major things.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
Okay,
So
so you have
did
it.
you
Yeah.
notice where should I do the work with my this language, where I'm lacking like a vocab or like a grammatical part, and where should I do the work?
I just thought expression. I'm just looking at expression because while speaking, the expression is also very important, and the confidence is very important. The vocabulary, it's a
Mm,
learning part. We have to learn it. So first, we have to take the confidence. If you are confident while speaking, so maybe it's a good thing. That the things I'm just saying to you. You are lack of confidence. So
yeah,
first, you just
absolutely.
build the confidence.
Because I skipped the practice last 2 months because of some family reason. Otherwise, before last 2 months, I was good in this
Mhm.
language, but for last 2 months, I didn't make any practice and any session. I skipped. So that fear is coming in my mind, coming in
Or
my
maybe this has
face
happened
or my
everybody,
expression.
everybody. Yeah, you know what? I am a teaching this language. My background belong to the UP board. It's a Hindi medium board, so it's very hard not to
Mm-hmm.
crack for me to teach, to learn, and to speak. So that three
English.
segment
Mm-hmm.
I am doing, and even I'm also making a lot of these mistakes in my sentences. I know very well these things, but I have a confidence to just skip these all a mistake, and I know this mistakes I am making. So I just recall it, I just capture it, and next day I don't have to same mistake repeat. So
Yeah,
that are
repeat.
things I am doing. So that all are things also can do. While speaking, you know very well which mistakes I am doing, which mistake I am making. So of course you have to try to solve this mystery and just try to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely right.
Hmm, by the way, I have to skip this line. Okay, so just tell me anything else. What is your interested part? Like, what is your habit, and from which segment you are working? What is the work you have doing?
Yeah, I'm working in IT sector as a data analyst.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's a good. Okay. One question is in my mind. I would like to ask you if you're ready to give the answer. Then can I ask?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So, what is the happiness in your sentence, in your words?
Happiness, whatever you are doing, you are if you are enjoying your work, that is the happiness.
Mhm. Okay.
Is it right?
Of course. Is it right? If you're satisfied with your work, so of course you are happy because
That is
if
the
we talk
big.
about
That is
beggars,
the.
if we talk about the beggars, they are happy to beg the things. So they are happy on that time. They are doing that at times works. So if you are happy with doing any work, so of course you are happy. Because if I talk about myself, lots of people are suggest to me, you just do focus on your private sector. You which work you are doing, it's also very good. But my keen of interest, I just want to enter the government job. So I am not satisfied with this work. Yeah, I am enjoying, but if you talk about my happiness, so there is lacking some behind. So that's why we can say that if you agree, if you are satisfied with your work, with what's say going on in your life, and you are satisfied, so of course we can say that this is a called a happiness.
Yeah, because I told you, whatever you are doing, if you are enjoying your
Hmm.
work, that that work gives you the pleasure, right? And pleasure means the happiness, and because
Yeah,
you don't feel regret why I am doing this work. Otherwise, if I feel, or no, like anyone feel the regret while doing this work, while doing his or their work, then he is not happy, or they are not happy, right? So,
yeah,
as per
of
my
course.
understanding, the meaning of happiness, whatever you are doing, if you are enjoying, then you are happy, and this is the meaning of happiness.
Okay, so I would like to say one thing, all, if you don't mind. You are using line as per my understanding. Is it correct sentence?
Yeah, as per my understanding, is the right sentence.
Okay. And I think understanding word is not a suitable. We cannot use a sense for the ing for the understand. Yeah, you can say as per my point of view, as per my opinion, but as per my
Hmm.
understanding, it's maybe error.
Okay, that is nice. Today I learned
Yeah.
something new
You
from you.
cannot
As per
use
my point, can you repeat one more time?
as per
As per
my
my
point
point
of
of
view.
view.
Yeah, as per my opinion, you can say it's a right. And you can also not say according to me. You cannot say
No,
this
no,
word
no.
according to
We are
me.
because I think you are also learning something new every day,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
I'm
of
also
course.
learning something new, right? So this is the good way, because why we are using this application, or why we are speaking each other, right?
Hmm.
Because we are the learner. We are learning something new from each other.
Of course.
Yeah. So I never think do the reading or learning. Whatever, I never think he is the junior or senior. So I ask or not, whatever I don't know, and where I have the doubt, so I just ask them
Of course,
immediately.
that is a habit is very good. This is also I have a habit. If anybody just speak in front of to me and I doesn't, this is not in say, I never think like that. I don't have to learn from you. I can learn with from you because sometimes we learn from youngers of very good things, and that all are
Yeah.
things I can learn a lot many times. I have been learned many times these all are things. So I just noticing you. You are using the as per my understanding, but I
Mhm.
I read these things. Understanding word is proper is a totally error. We cannot use
Mhm.
understand word with a ing. There's a lot of words we cannot use a ing. As a love, we cannot
Mhm.
use a loving. As a like, we cannot say liking. So that
Mhm.
three and four words we cannot use ing with this. But this, they belong to the sense organs.
Mhm.
We can say that. So the grammar
Yeah,
we can on that side we grammatical errors.
sometimes I also observe these things, like
Hmm.
understanding. Whenever we can use the understanding word, that time we need to use the continuously verb,
Yeah.
main verb, like I is rm, or
Yeah, we cannot say I
was
am
were.
understanding. You can say I get it.
Yeah, I get it, or I got it,
Yeah, I
like
get it.
that, right?
I understand. You can say I understand. You can say जैसे
Mm-hmm.
कि as like you can also say I am agree. I agree. So these all are
I
grammatical
agree.
error. We need to
Hmm.
just learn because there's a lot of people that say, oh, I am agree with your point of view. So no, this I agree.
Yeah, I'm agree is the wrong. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's right. Mhm.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, now we can wrap the session. If you really want to ask any other question, then of course go ahead.
No, not yet any question in my mind,
Okay.
but
So it is a
definitely
very
I
nice
really,
conversation with you.
yeah, yeah, the same thing I also want to tell you. It was pleasure meeting with you. And nowadays I have a little bit hesitation because of the last 2 months I skipped. Other before I was very fluently I was speaking. But anyway,
voice is breaking up.
The same thing here also. Video has
Okay.
paused.
Okay, so I think we should wind
Okay,
up the
no problem.
session. We will
We can
connect next soon.
we
Okay.
can let
Have
that
a good day.
call and we can connect in future. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay,
Bye.
okay.